Hey Rangers, welcome to the review of the Thunder Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm super excited to review this one for you guys. This is one of my all-time favorite Megazords from the franchise. So without further ado, grab your Morphers, because it's Morphin time. The Thunder Megazord was called upon by the team when their Dino Megazord was destroyed. We have the blue unicorn, the yellow Griffin, the red dragon, the black lion, and the pink Thunderbird, which is more of a red color on the toy, but that is okay. We're gonna go ahead and break each one of these Zords down for you guys individually so you can get the ins and outs. And we'll start with the unicorn. Pardon the dust, guys. I did just take these off of the shelf. They've been sitting for quite a long time. So the blue unicorn Thunder Zord is more or less just a cool car. He's got wheels underneath, two rather large rolling wheels. He rolls relatively well with little resistance. For articulation, his neck can go back and forward. His head will also do a very slight bend due to transformation. There is no mouth on this guy, and that's basically it for the unicorn. The Griffin Thunder Zord is basically the same as the unicorn Thunder Zord, where we get little neck articulation, we get some head swivel up and down, and we get those rollers again. We're going to go into the Firebird, who lost its tail. This is the Firebird. Its tail is rather loose. Sorry, again, I get these secondhand and they're not always in the best condition. Its tail does detach to become part of the Megazord's weapon. We can go ahead and just leave that off for now so it stops being a worry. It comes with this little stand, which are its feet. These do peg on and off easily if you so choose. And it can also unpeg from the feet, which we'll go ahead and do so now. And we'll fix the feet, as those have also popped right off. The wings have hinges here and here on both sides. They can move down, not up. Do not try to force them up. They will break, snap, and these can go out to the side. And the head can accordion back into the body and fold out as such. No mouth. We have the black lion, which is necessarily a brick. The tailpiece back here does eventually become the Megazord's helmet. I love the look of this. It has that green orb on the top, which will become the chest of the Megazord, which can open up. And I believe that there's mini figures that you can place inside of there. And lastly, we have the Red Dragon Thunder Zord. I believe that there is a attachment for his tail, which I do not have. Quite a large Zord, barely fits into frame. I have to push him back a little bit. Not as large as Serpentera, but still just a very cool Zord. We'll spin him around. Try to get him in the shot the best I can for you guys. So for articulation, on the back side, it can bend here, down, and up. It can swivel 360 due to transformation. We can go up with the tail, like so, if you wish to do like a scorpion kind of thing. And it's the same on the other side. So you can get him into some pretty wonky poses with the neck and the tail. The head is also on a swivel up and down due to transformation, but the head can fall off because it's just being held on by friction. The antenna on the head can also do a full 360, and the mouth does open and close on the dragon. As for the feet are a little weird due to transformation. Rotate 360. I apologize, they do not go full 360 because they get caught by a joint in there. But more or less, you can have them out like this, and this is the same for the back side. I'm just demonstrating it on the front side. And the claws will open and shut due to transformation, so there is movement on the claws here. Mine's just a little stiff. But that's okay. These are really old, and I'd rather tell you it can do something than force a old figure to do it when it doesn't want to do it anymore. We don't want any broken figures in this collection. So because we have the red dragon front and center, we're going to get started with his transformation first, what you're going to do. And as always, guys, with all my reviews, bear with me. It's been very many years since I've transformed some of these figures. We detach the head. It's just held on by a little bit of friction from the hook here at the end of what's going to be the foot. It just slides right in there and right off. So we'll put the head off to the side right here. On the back side, you might have just heard it, but this plate that is held on by 2 pegs here. Sorry. This will come off as such. Just untab it from these 2 pegs right in here. There's 2 pegs there. You take it. This will sort of flip around to the back and accordion it fold in on itself and tab into there on the back. The neck and the tail, you can now rotate it. So the spikes are on the top side, and you can bring them down as such. Straighten everything out. Rotate the spikes to be forward, and the feet can fold out as such. The arms, what you're going to do, let me fix this back piece first. Again, guys, this is very loose. The arms will be facing up like this. Rotate them so that the flat bit of the shoulder is up top. And then what you're going to do here is rotate these out as such, perpendicular to the Zord. And there's like a weird way you need to fold them in on each other, so you just pull forward on them and they will collapse into the arm and then bring it down. You can then close the claw if you wish. We're going to do the same on the other side. Let's close these claws first. It might be smarter to close the claws first now that I'm actually doing this again after a few years of not doing this. And then bring that down. We'll separate this back out and see if we can get those claws to come down. There we go. There we go. No breaking today. And then the only thing left to do with this guy is the head. Just pull down on the face of the dragon to release the head. These are going to come out first, and then we can put them down when it's secured to the figure. The mouth of the dragon, in fact, does need to be open and pushed back, and it will slot right in. And here we have the red dragon Thunderzord in warrior mode. He has full 360 arm articulation. They can go out. He has elbow joints. He's a very articulated figure, guys. It's very cool. I have to be very careful with him so he doesn't break. You can get him into a lot of poses. His legs have the swivel. I wouldn't try to do any cool balancing acts with him, but there is a lot of articulation on this figure. I have this staff piece in the back of the Firebird's tail will peg together, and he can hold that. Make sure that's in frame. So there is a option for posability with this figure. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go right into Megazord mode. But before we do, I would just like to point out that this Megazord comes with this sled for the Zords. This is meant for their ultimate finisher. I believe it also combines with Tor. But basically what you do is you stack the Zords on the sled in a specific, I don't know the exact order, but the Zords will rest on the sled. They'll slot right in. There's a spot for the lion in the center. And then he stands in the back with his staff just like that. I'm not sure if the unicorn and the griffin are on the correct sides. I do apologize, it's been a while, but that's basically what would happen, guys. So let's turn this into the Thunder Megazord. Alright, so starting off with the griffin and the unicorn, it's basically rinse and repeat with these two. What you're gonna do is break his neck. Oh, I apologize. There's a flap here first. We're going to undo that flap right there. Just pull it out. There's a little tab for you to grab. Mine's sticking a little bit. Old age. Alright, now the neck can go back and the head will fold forward. And this piece here, you will slide the back piece up top. Same with the griffin. Neck back, head down, fold up. Blue and yellow. Next, we can take the red dragon, make sure that he's okay. And we're going to put the arms up like this. So he's doing a T-pose. Bend his elbows like this. And rotate them forward. You don't have to rotate it forward. I find it helps putting on the arm pieces. We're going to put his feet flat like this. And we rotate them to the sides like this, so that the spikes are facing the opposite direction. And we slide it in. You should hear a click. 1, 2. Once those are in, we're going to push him back. The two dragon antennae are going to flip up and rest on top of the torso. As such, I'll give you a little visual. Next, for the lion, we're going to disconnect the tail from the back. It's held on by 2 pegs. Be gentle because this faceplate can pop off, as well as the top crest can pop off as well. And next, all we do is separate the legs from the top half, and all you have to do is just pull on it, and they should come right off easily. And these are not held on together very well. They just instantly separate, so do use caution. They do separate easily. We're going to fold out the forearm and the fist. Again, that's just held underneath here. All you got to do is slip it out. It's very easy. There's even a hole back here for you to fit your finger in to push it out with ease. And then make sure that your screw holes are on the back, and it will slide. This hole that we use to push it out is going to slide right over the respective fist. So we'll just slide that over the respective fist, and it will lock itself in. We'll take the other one, and we'll just put it through and click it in. Just like that. Now, before we put on that chest piece, we do actually want to put on the Firebird, because the chest piece is going to block the Firebird from going on. So what you're going to do is you're going to rest the head back. You're going to turn the figure around. His backpack came undone again. There's pegs back here, and there's pegs on the Firebird. They're going to rest on those pegs. Give me a second to line it up. Like so. And then we're going to turn it into a quick belt. The wings are going to wrap around the figure. There's a peg for the wing to snap in around the spike on the dragon. And then do the same on the other side. Mine's a little stiff. And now we're ready to put the chest plate on. So the chest plate, the head will dangle loosely, or at least mine does. Push this figure back because it's getting quite large. Inside the chest plate, there's 2 tabs that need to be flipped up. And then we slide it right over the torso. The 2 tabs that we flipped up should go into the gap between the arm and the torso. You'll see a black ring where they should line up. Alright, so once the chest plate is on and secure, you may lower the arms back down. And then it's time to give this guy his helmet. So here's the helmet. we're gonna push him back a little bit so you can see. The helmet just goes right on top and it should snap right into place. In the back, there should be tabs in the back for it to snap. And there you go, guys. One thing is left. We have the sword for the Thunder Megazord. And that's easy enough to attach, guys. You just have to rotate the arm back or forward, whichever you prefer. There's a little hook, and you just hook it right on the side of the wing there. And then rotate the wrist back down. You can unsheath it, give it to him to hold. He has relatively large fist holes to hold things, guys, so he might drop it. But yeah, guys, that is the review on the Thunder Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in all of its glory. I absolutely love the way that this figure looks. For articulation, unfortunately, all you do is get 360 arm swivel. But I think that it's just a great display piece, guys. It looks absolutely amazing. I don't have a ruler on me, but I'm willing to bet that this is about a foot tall. Or maybe a good 13 inches. Absolutely massive. Made incredibly well. It's very sturdy. Some parts on mine are a little stiff or loose, but as a combined figure, it is rock solid. We can open up his little chest plate here to see what that looks like. Beautiful figure. Guys, thank you so much for coming to my review. There's a lot more on the way. I have a large collection that I'm very excited to share with you. So if you did like the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what your favorite Megazord is, what your favorite season of Power Rangers is, and I will see you Rangers in the next one.